As you settle in, been talking to people over the past week, and everyone's kind of hopeful, but also feeling a little maybe anxious because as things start to open up and change, there's just some uncertainty and maybe some nervousness that comes with that. So just know if you're feeling some of those feelings that you're not alone. Just notice how you're feeling this morning. I'm going to take a big inhale through the nose. And then exhale out the mouth, let it go. And then just start to take some breaths in and out through the nose. And just starting to tune in to your breath and your body. Really becoming present on your mat. And just reach your arms up by your ears. Give yourself a big stretch. And hug your knees towards your chest. Just take a rock side to side. And then just keep your knees bent, drop your feet to the mat, and take your right ankle over your left thigh, setting up for thread the needle, and then maybe hugging that left thigh in towards your chest. And then for the last several breaths, maybe extending the left leg towards the ceiling, maybe straight or still a little bend in that knee. It's very early, so just notice what feels best. And then just unwind that, keep the knees bent and drop the feet back to the mat. And then take your left ankle over your right thigh, and if you'd like, hug the right thigh in. And then maybe straighten the right leg towards the ceiling. And then just unwind the legs, hug them back towards the chest. Keep the right knee in and extend the left leg onto the mat. Just take your right arm to a T and drop the leg over to the left for a twist. So your right knee's hugged in, your left leg is straight out as you twist the right leg over to the left. just come back through center, change sides, have the left knee in, extend the right leg out, take your left arm to a T and drop that leg to the right. And then come back up to center, just have both knees in, and make your way up to seated, so rocking straight up or rolling to the side. And then just extend your legs out in front of you. And bend the right knee, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, and then take your left fingers between the toes. So you're gonna spread the toes and put the fingers between the toes there. And then point and flex that foot. And then take some circles. And opposite direction. And then just unwind all of that and change sides, left ankle over right thigh, fingers between the toes, and then point and flex. And then circle. And opposite direction. And unwind that, make your way up into tabletop. And once you're in tabletop, just take any movement you'd like, some cat-cow or some movement of the hips. And then just sit back into child's pose. And once you're there, walk your hands a little to the right, shift your hips a little to the left. And then bring everything through center, take the hands to the left, shift the hips to the right. And then come back through center, make your way through tabletop into your first downward facing dog. And just find some movement in this first down dog. And then just walk your feet forward to your hands, forward fold top of the mat. On your inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way to standing, reach up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, straight to downward facing dog this first round. And then walk your feet forward to your hands, forward fold top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. On your inhale, drop your knees, modified plank. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale for cobra, peel head and shoulders up. And exhale, lower back down, press through tabletop to downward facing dog. And then walk your feet forward to your hands, forward fold top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Take an inhale there. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And walk your feet forward to your hands, forward fold top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sit back for chair, take your arms by your ears. Exhale, fold forward, straighten your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, straight to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale the foot by the right thumb, spin your back heel down. Inhale, warrior one, arms by the ears, facing the front of the mat. And exhale, hands frame the foot, go straight to down dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale the foot by the left thumb, back heel down. Inhale, warrior one, arms by the ears. Exhale, hands frame the foot, downward facing dog. You can hold your down dog or inhale forward to plank. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then walk your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale for chair, sit back. Exhale, come to standing, straighten your legs, hands to your heart. Inhale for chair again. Exhale, fold forward, straighten your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, straight to down dog. Inhale, your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale the foot by the right thumb, spin your back heel down. Inhale, warrior one, arms by the ears. Exhale, hands frame the foot straight to down dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale the foot by the left thumb, back heel down. Inhale, warrior one, arms by the ears. Exhale, hands frame the foot, downward facing dog. Your choice, hold your down dog or inhale for plank. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You have 5 breaths. Maybe it's child's pose, your choice. And then walk your feet forward to your hands, forward fold top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale for chair, sit back. And exhale, come to standing, straighten your legs, hands to your heart. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, little back bend. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, straight to downward facing dog. And then take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, drop the back knee down, and bring your arms up by your ears. So you're in a low lunge, and just hold here. And then bring your hands down to the mat, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then straighten your right leg any amount for a modified pyramid. And then rebend your front knee. Just go straight back to downward facing dog. Take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, drop the back knee down, and reach the arms up by the ears for your low lunge. And then take the hands down to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then straighten your front leg, modified pyramid. excuse me, I felt that sneeze coming on. Rebend your front knee for a lunge. Step yourself back to downward facing dog. And then come forward into plank or modified plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Once you land, reach your arms back by your side, so fingers are reaching to the back of the mat. Lift everything up for locust, head, shoulders, arms, and legs. Just hold in that elevated position. Gaze about a foot in front of your mat on the floor instead of at the wall in front of you. Good. And then lower everything down. Take the hands by the sides of the rib cage. Press through tabletop to downward facing dog. And then take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, come up to warrior two, arms to a T. And then straighten your right leg, start to reach forward, come into triangle pose. And then from triangle pose, come back up to warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips, straighten your right leg and spin your feet to the left so they're parallel. You're facing the long left edge of your mat. Take an inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, hinge forward, standing forward fold. Hands can walk towards the feet. And then walk your hands forward under your shoulders, lengthen your chest. Just walk your hands to the right to frame your front foot and find your way back to downward facing dog. And take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, warrior two. And then straighten the left leg, start to hinge forward, triangle pose. And then come back up to warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips as you straighten your left leg. Spin your toes to the right so your feet are parallel again. And then take an inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, fold forward again. This time, if you like, peace sign fingers can hook on the big toes. Forward under your shoulders, lengthen your chest, walk your hands to the left to frame your front foot and find your way to downward facing dog. And come forward into plank or modified plank and just lower all the way down to your belly. This time slide your forearms forward so you're in Sphinx pose, elbows under the shoulders. So think of hugging your elbows in towards each other so you have that support of the elbows under the shoulders. If you're feeling like you're dumping a little bit, you can pull those elbows in, that might help feel supported. And then lower everything down. Draw the hands back by the sides of the rib cage. Press through tabletop to downward facing dog. And then take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands and come up into crescent. Reach your arms up by your ears. And then bring your hands down to your heart. Start to lengthen your chest forward and twist to the right towards your front leg. So upper left arm to outer right thigh. And then come back up to crescent, arms up by the ears. Take the hands down to frame your front foot and then drop your back knee down to the mat. Straighten your front leg for a half split. So you may want to find blocks to put under your hands. So hips will be over the left knee, that right leg in front of you. Nice, soft breath. And then re-bend your front knee. Plant your hands to the mat. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Go straight to down dog, and we'll go straight to the other side. So take the left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands and come up into crescent, arms up by the ears. And there's no rush. I know you know where you're going, but bring the hands to the heart. Take your time as you lengthen your chest forward and take a twist to the left, upper right arm to outer left thigh. And then come back to crescent, reach your arms up. Take the hands down to frame your front foot and then drop the back knee down to the mat. Straighten the left leg for your half split, maybe reaching for the blocks to go under the hands. And then re-bend your front knee. Plant your hands to the mat, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step to downward facing dog. And then from your down dog, just walk your hands and your feet towards each other, forward fold at the center of your mat. Walk your feet a little wider than your hips. Spin your heels in and your toes out, and then bend your knees, sit back for Malasana squat, hips to heels. You can always be sitting on a block here. And then plant your hands to the mat, straighten your legs, lift your hips, walk your feet hips distance in parallel. And then just make your way to downward facing dog. And take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands and come up into crescent again. Bring your hands down to your heart. This time, slowly start to hinge forward, warrior three. Hands could be on blocks for a little modified warrior three. And then slowly just come to standing. So lift the torso, lower that foot down so you're in mountain pose. Just take your arms down by your sides. And then interlace the fingers behind the back, take a clasp, and then just take a couple breaths here with your hands behind your back. And then take an inhale, reach your arms up by your ears. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, straight to downward facing dog. Take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands and come into crescent, reach your arms up. And then bring the hands down to the heart. And slowly hinge forward, warrior three. And then bring the torso up right foot meets the left foot. Just take your arms down by your sides. And then interlace the fingers behind the back again. So your choice, you can stay upright here with the clasp, or if you want, take an inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, little bend in the knees as you hinge from your hips and fold forward. And then release the clasp, take your hands down to the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then just bring the hands to the hips. Bend the knees, so take chair pose just with your legs. And then put weight into your left foot as you hover your right foot. Cross the right thigh over the left thigh. So you're coming into eagle legs here. Ball of the right foot can rest down, lift, or wrap. And then if you'd like, arms to a T. Left arm over right. Give yourself a hug, or maybe bring backs of the hands together or palms together. And just keep your arms where they are. Hug your right knee towards your chest. Straighten your left leg. And then unwind the arms, reach them up by the ears. And then lower everything down and give yourself a little shake. And then bring the hands to the hips again. Chair pose with just the legs, bend the knees, sit back. And then put weight into the right foot, hover your left foot. And cross the left thigh over. So ball of the foot down, lifted, or wrapped. And then arms to a T. Right arm over left arm, hug backs of hands or palms together. And then hug your left knee towards your chest as you straighten your right leg. Unwind the arms, reach them up by the ears. And then just lower everything down and shake it out. And then back to mountain pose at the front of the mat, right where you are. And inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Take an inhale there. Exhale, lower to your belly. Arms down by the sides again, like we did earlier, or you can interlace the fingers behind the back and then lift everything up. Head, shoulders, arms, and legs for locust. Pause there, keep breathing. And then lower everything down. Take the hands by the sides of the rib cage. Press up into tabletop. And take 3 rounds of cat-cow at your own pace. And after your third exhale, meeting back in child's pose. No rush, take your time. And then in this child's pose, we'll take this little thread the needle with the arms. So your hips are gonna stay at the heels. Just take your right hand and sneak it under your left armpit. And then turn your gaze to the left. And then unwind that, take your right arm back forward, and take the left hand under the right armpit, turn your gaze to the right. And then unwind that, just take both arms back forward, make your way up through tabletop so you can come to seated. And then just take your legs out straight and wide so you're in a straddle position. And then just reach your arms up by your ears. Take a side bend to the right. So the right hand can just go wherever it lands, reach through the left fingertips. And then come through center, both arms up, and take it to the other side. And then come to center, reach both arms up, take the hands in front of you, and then walk the hands forward any amount. Just close your eyes when you land. And just walk your hands back, lift your chest, draw your legs together, make your way to the front of your mat, and then roll all the way back onto your back. Just pause with your knees hugged in towards your chest. And then take your arms to a T and drop your legs over to the right for a simple twist. And then draw your legs up through center and take them to the other side. And then come up through center. Either stay with the knees hugged towards the chest or extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling as if you were doing legs up the wall. So ankles stack over knees, over hips. That doesn't feel good, like it feels like effort, then just hug your knees back in. Let yourself find a place where you can relax. And then if your legs are straight, just hug the knees back in, either staying there or coming into happy baby. And then if you're in happy baby, hug your knees back in, give yourself a hug. And then release the legs, find your way into your Shavasana, just a place that's comfortable.
Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. Reach your arms by your ears, big stretch. And then roll off to one side, pause there, eyes closed. And then press into your top hand, make your way up to a comfortable seat, eyes closed, hands at the heart. Have an affirmation this morning. I'll just say it slowly if you'd like to repeat it to yourself. It says, it's okay to not know what is next. I am here now, living, being, learning, evolving. I think we've learned that lesson a lot this year. It's okay to not know what comes next. It's been hard to know, and I know it makes us all a little crazy sometimes. But hopefully we've learned a little bit to be in the moment, to enjoy that cup of coffee or the company of somebody that we don't get to see very often, or being on our yoga mat. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.